Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the new campaign that has just come to DBZ Dokkan Battle Global in the form of the Overflowing Power campaign. And yeah, we're going to basically see just how much new content's been added in and how many stones players can earn from this campaign. But yeah, it's a pretty big campaign. It's got a lot of content that's kind of been jam-packed into this period because Saiyan Day will come around the third week of March. So it's actually got a lot of content that's been kind of stuffed in, which is great. I think it's always good to have these periods of kind of a lot going on, and it keeps the game feeling very active, especially after a little bit of a lull. So here we've got Overflowing Power, Super Dokkan, Login bonus. There's no real major super login bonus here. It's a pretty standard login with 17 stones, which, yeah, honestly speaking, isn't much, but it's something. 17 stones is, pretty stock standard login affair. But what this importantly tells us is that the Saiyan Day will be beginning around the 18th of March, which is a very important date to know, because Saiyan Day is a joint celebration, so we usually get something pretty crazy. JP's probably also getting something that's only going to last around 2 weeks now. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting time. We then also have these special missions, only 12 stones from here. Pretty standard affair in terms of special missions. I don't think we'll be getting a part 2 for them either. When you look at the special missions, there's nothing here that stands out. There is an Extreme Z Awakening, but we'll be getting one of those later on in the campaign. So generally speaking, players should be able to complete the majority of these. The only one that requires a little bit of thought process is using storied figures units. So you're going to want to try and make sure that you can do that. But yeah, generally speaking, it's a pretty straightforward process. So I don't see you having any major issues. But then again, yeah, I can't comment too much on it. But yeah, so overall, pretty stock standard stuff so far. But then we come to the campaign, and the campaign is pretty jam-packed. Obviously, we've been through the login and the special missions. We have a hidden potential activation campaign, which provides 33 stones and requires you the fully hidden potential, the Team Bardock units, and the Ginyu Force units, which is pretty major. We then also obviously have the Dokkan Festival for Bardock as well, which comes with its own ticket pack. We have a new burst mode, we have a new Dokkan event associated with Bardock, we have a new mission being added to the LGE, LGE GT, and the Legendary Vegeta event, all of which are to do with low class warriors or connected hope, which is obviously like a thing. So yeah, then we also have the update to the Trial Towards New Horizons, which is pretty good. And then we also have the burst mode on the Bojack stage as well. So quite a bit of content. I've already covered the burst mode, so if you want to see that, it'll be in the top right hand corner as well. So hopefully that'll be able to help you out, and you should have a pretty decent time there. It's not too difficult to get over 6,000, so yeah. We then also have a Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, which is great, and the reopening of some older events, which is obviously pretty nice to help players out overall. We then also have Breaking the Siege returning, which is pretty interesting. I didn't think this event would be coming back, so I have videos to help you with that. And then of course we have the burst mode, but alongside that we also have an Extreme Z battle, sub EZAs, which is great. And then we also have a update for the collection of epic battles and a new explosive chain battle. So we actually have like quite a lot of content coming out over the course of the next 2 weeks, which is pretty cool. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's EZA looks pretty good. A lot of people are excited about that. And the sub EZAs also look pretty good as well. So pretty cool stuff from that perspective. Then of course we also have just to kind of recap everything. The main thing being the burst mode. Well, not the main thing, but currently burst mode will be something a lot of players are trying to work through. And burst mode allows you to get a whole bunch of battle game music, which is pretty cool, or BGM if you want to go via that kind of terminology. And yeah, it's obviously pretty cool stuff. If you don't know what burst mode is, I've done a video explaining how it works and what exactly you can do with it. But basically it allows you to earn points and coins which you can use to trade in for tracks. So it's pretty good stuff. This one is based on Bojack, and you add a whole bunch of modifiers and it really makes the mode quite fun. Basically it'll take a normal event and make it super challenging, which is generally, generally speaking, pretty good. But yeah, so simple stuff, realistically speaking, in terms of the events and kind of covering everything. So Team Bardock and the Guinea Force are obviously up permanently right now, and there's a couple of events that have been reopened. Nothing too crazy overall, but obviously just want to point it out. We then have a trial towards New Horizons, which has been updated. This has been updated so that you can receive level 6 skill orbs and some new stronger skill orbs. And this is great. There's actually some summonable units that can use these skill orbs, like the Captain Ginyu and the Bardock that just came out. So this is pretty cool stuff. It's always good to, kind of have these, it's always good to have access to more skill orbs. So I will be covering that update to that event as well, just to kind of refresh people. Then we have the Ultimate Red Zone. Nothing's happening there, but we have a new Dokkan event for fighting or fate-defying fighter Bardock. Obviously the Dokkan awaken him and Tora. If you go down, you will see the Epic Collection of Battles is not updated yet. That's on the 13th. But all of the Fighting Legend Goku, Fighting Legend Vegeta, and Fighting Legend Goku GT missions have all been updated. And they all feature the same mission. It's all low-class warriors. But it's just nice that they've all got an update. So it means they're still updating that bit of content. Probably one of the best designs they've ever done for an event, just allowing you to try out different teams the whole time, really making things really, really good. So yeah, that covers most of the live content. I think there's not too much else for players to be aware of. As I mentioned before, the Extreme Z battles aren't currently out, so you cannot do the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock Extreme Z battle yet, nor can you do the sub-batch EZAs as well. But it is on the way, so you can content yourself with completing some of the current Extreme Z battles if you really want to. I'm sure you'll have a pretty decent time with any of them. And yeah, beyond that, nothing too crazy. Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash is out. I've also done a guide on this, which will already be up, so you can take a look at that if you need help with how to beat Broly and the gang this time. But it should be a fairly straightforward process. I don't think anyone's going to have too many issues, although Broly is always challenging. So yeah, if you need help, my guide is there. And then of course, Explosive Chain Battle will only be up in a couple of days, about 2 weeks or 10 days or so. So keep an eye out for that, but nothing too major. And then beyond that, there's really nothing else too much to mention. The Hidden Potential activation events, obviously something that a lot of veterans will have done. If you're a new player, then possibly you haven't done it, that's okay. It's quite a sizable amount of stones, so I do suggest you get on it. It's going to be really worth your time, and both the Ginyu Force and the Team Bardock team are all really well designed to be good entry-level teams for new players to really kind of build off of and thrive off of. So good stuff overall, honestly speaking, very, very good stuff. And yeah, beyond that, there's not too much else to mention. I think the final thing to kind of mention is obviously the burst mode missions, and obviously completing all of these set category missions, claiming the hidden potential activation rewards. All of these can be found under the event tab or the King Kai tab, basically. And yeah, that is essentially it. I don't think there's anything else for me to really mention. I think the final thing to mention is going to be the banner. So the banner is obviously out, and the banner features quite a few interesting units on it. We will take a look at it in a save or summon video. But yeah, there are discounts. There's a lot of things actually going on mechanically with that banner, so we'll discuss it in a bit more detail and see whether players are interested in taking on or looking into investing some stones here. But yeah, that's basically it. nothing else really to cover. I hope this helps you guys out, and obviously let me know your thoughts on any of the content, or on what you might need help with, or just on the campaign in general. Pretty sizable stones, pretty content-filled campaign. I think it's over 180 stones are currently available, and yeah, I think obviously all pretty good stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.